the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go.
ThaBoxingvoice.com with one of the realists in the sport right here, light heavyweight contender Seanie Monaghan, preparing for his big bout this weekend. Back to the Aviator in Brooklyn, where one of the biggest victories of your career against Donovan George.
Yes, sir.
Brought out basically all Long Island, all Long Beach was there. Crossroads fight. This is a big fight for you, Seanie. You get this victory, you're right back in there again. Talk to me about your opponent, preparing for the fight, this kind of opportunity, what it means to you.
This fight's everything for me, man. It's do or die. This is really everything I've done in my whole boxing career summed up into one night right now for this opportunity. The light heavyweight division is full of killers right now at the top level. And Barrera's a killer himself. He just fell short a little bit twice against two undefeated world champions. And like you said, the winner of this fight moves on to big things, and the loser is out of here. So it's everything right now.
We're talking about big things. I mean, we look at boxing landscape right now. We got entities like DAZN. We got ESPN putting all this money into boxing. We got the PBC. So not only there's big fights out there, there's also big money out there. And you're a hard-working blue-collar guy. Big fight like that, you get that opportunity again, do a lot for your family. So how do you kind of mitigate the pressure that could be on you too? You just put it through training? How does that work for you?
You got to use it for fuel, man. I've had that in my mind when this guy had me out on the track sprinting my life away. At 7 in the morning in the dark with the wind. I just kept on thinking about getting that money for my kids, man. That's all it's about, man. It's that simple.
If you follow this guy, he's a family man, does everything for his family. And introduce your coach real quick, because he runs a great program over at the Freeport. Yeah, I'll introduce your coach right over here.
Much of an introduction. This is the one and only Coach Joe Higgins right here.
Yep. So if you're a father and you got a son, you want to put him into a good environment, make sure you do that, because Freeport PAL, it's no jokes, and they produce great fighters over there. Back to you, Seanie, real quick. Now look at the other people in the light heavyweight division. We had Alvarez, who had the big upset. We got Bivol. We got, like you said, a ton of killers. Is there one in particular that you're looking for? Is there one in the rankings that you're closing in on? Or what is that like? If you are successful, God willing, on Saturday.
At this point, man, I'd be happy to get any of them. I know that's kind of a flat answer, but it's true. I've been chipping away at this for so long that once the phone rings, I'll be happy. So many things come and go in boxing. I've had all these big names thrown my way. I was even on BoxRec supposed to fight Stevenson for the world title, and that fell through. So I'll just be happy when it's finally signed, sealed, and delivered, because I've been up and down this ladder before a couple of times, getting excited. So I'll get excited when it happens. As far as matchups go, I always kind of dreamed about me fighting Kovalev in the Garden. He was the big scary guy out there, so I kind of wanted to test myself against him. And Kovalev's still a beast. He's got his hands full with Alvarez. Alvarez had a great night that night. And like I said, man, really anyone they can get me at this point, I'll take it. And
you know what? You've been in the game for a while. You only had that one defeat. You got Marcus caught you early, but it's funny because I seen him after the fight against Marcus, and he's sitting in the arena, and it looked like he can go another 10 rounds right after. So in a way, even though getting caught, nobody wants to get caught, it wasn't like there was sustained punishment. It was just one shot. And, talking to you that night, you weren't quite sure if you want to continue your career, but you had enough strength to build yourself back up with you and your team to get back in this big fight again. What do you owe that to?
I mean, to be honest, I don't even remember saying I didn't know if I wanted to go on anymore. I was probably just feeling disgusted. I was really haunted by that loss for a long time. But, of course, I want to keep on boxing, man. I've got a lot to prove, I feel like I've never got the respect that I deserve. You go around and ask all the top guys around the world who I've sparred with, and they all respect me. I had one really bad showing with Marcus Brown that night. I didn't have a mark on me. He just, kind of got put out real quick. But in a way, like you said, maybe it's better than taking a 12-round beating against a guy.
One or two shots maybe Marcus caught you with, and you're back, and you coached him back up into a great position. How's it been working with Seanie in his comeback?
This stuff happens in boxing, I mean, you can't be surprised by it. The other guy's trying to punch your lights out. But the fact of the matter is if you think you're going to go through your whole career without feeling a hard shot, then you're mistaken. I'll tell you what we were never afraid of. We would never been afraid of losing. All right, so we will fight all the tough fighters. We get to this level to not turn any of those guys down. So whatever you've heard before or from whatever blogger or writer or what have you, most of it is probably nonsense because we have been at this level now for a few years, ready to fight every name they put in front of us. So, you know, like I said, you don't get here to start fighting guys that are in the top 30. You want to fight guys in the top 10. You want to fight guys that are champions. And we will fight any of them. You give us the name, where yes, we're signing the contract, man.
And a lot of people are going to see this fight. It's on Facebook, and they're getting millions of views for these fights.
Oh, it's great. It's great. I think that, you know, Sean will get some of the exposure that he deserves. And after we grind out a really good win, you know, people will treat us the way we feel we should be treated.
And working in boxing media, you hear a lot of whispers, and you hear what fighters are real fighters and what fighters are duckers. And one thing you hear about Seanie is whenever they put a name to him, he's all in.
We're all in. We're all in. Like I said, we got here to. This was the plan from day one, was to fight big fights in the professional ranks, and we're here. You know what I mean? So we're thrilled for the fight, and we feel strongly we're going to win, and we're thrilled to move on to bigger fights. So it's what we're here for.
To give you an example of what you were just talking about, I was signed to fight Alvarez. This is all in the past 8 months. This is why I haven't fought in a while. I had 4 fights fall through. I was supposed to fight Alvarez. Then Marcus got jammed up his fight. He was supposed to fight Kovalev. So that fell through. So then Alvarez got the Kovalev fight. So I lost Alvarez. Then I was supposed to fight Barrera. That fell through. Then I was supposed to fight Pascal. That fell through. Then I was supposed to fight the kid Anthony Yarde in England. I was going to go out there. That fell through. Then Barrera came back now with him. So it's not like I haven't been looking for big fights.
Bottom line is yes.
We get
TV family, yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to become a member of the TBV family and help support the channel. Peace.